Hello and good evening, friends. Welcome once again. My name is Gerald here with Innovate Church in Kannapolis. If this is your first time with us, welcome to you. We come on here nightly to read a psalm in the hopes that it blesses and encourages those who are listening. And tonight's psalm comes to us from Psalm 48 and is entitled, Zion, the City of Our God. The great is the Lord and greatly to be praised is in the city of our God. His holy mountain, beautiful in elevation, is the joy of all the earth. Mount Zion in the far north, the city of the great King. Within her citadels, God has made himself known as a fortress. For behold, the kings assembled, they came on together. As soon as they saw it, they were astounded. They were in panic, they took to flight. Trembling took hold of them there, anguish as of a woman in labor. By the east wind you shattered the ships of Tarshish. As we have heard, so we have seen, in the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God, which God will establish forever. We have thought on your steadfast love, O God, in the midst of your temple. As your name, O God, so your praise reaches to the ends of the earth. Your right hand is filled with righteousness. Let Mount Zion be glad, let the daughters of Judah rejoice, because of your judgments. Walk about Zion, go around her, number her towers, consider well her ramparts, go through her citadels, that you may tell the next generation that this is God, our God forever and ever. He will guide us forever. So in this psalm here, we get to see David's love for his city that he helped establish, Jerusalem. And it appears, I wouldn't doubt that he's in this praise state of mind because of the many battles and victories that they had won. And so he sits here and he says, that basically that Jerusalem has been a protected city, that it has been protected by God, and he has loved this place. And it says within her citadels, God has made himself known as a fortress. And what I really love about the psalm is where he talks about, walk about Zion, go around her, number her towers, consider well her ramparts, that you may tell the next generation that this is God, our God forever and ever. Because that brings me back to that whole idea of us telling others our story and how God has worked in your life and how he has helped you in your life or how he has been there in your life. And when you can sit there and tell, especially young people out there, when we older people can tell them, this is why I trust in God. This is how he has saw me or seen me through these various situations I've been in. A lot of times we don't share our faith with the younger generation, our children, our grandchildren, as we should. Too often we leave it up to just, taking them to church or taking them to youth or Bible school or whatever. And we expect them to gain the knowledge of God there, which granted, they'll get a picture of him. But how much more important is that whenever you can point and say, this is why I believe, because this is what he's done for me in my life. That would mean so much more to your children and to the young people that you have influence over. And so you can sit there and you tell them, just like David says, and this is God, our God forever and ever, and he will guide us forever. You can share with your kids or with your grandchildren, how God has guided you through life and how he hasn't failed you. That's what your kids need to hear. That's what the young people need to hear. And so friends, I just leave you with that kind of challenge. If there's a young person in your household or in your family that you've never told your testimony to, or never shared with them how God has worked in your life and how he's been there for you, then maybe you ought to take them out sometime. Take them out for ice cream or something and share with them that story. That will do more for their faith than anything you can probably take them to. Share your story with them. Friends, I pray that this has been a blessing and encouragement to you. And if it has, I just ask that you share it with someone else so that they too can be blessed and encouraged. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow.